Hi children, today this is the math class for 7th class and it is the class 1 and we are discussing about the integers today. The first chapter in the 7th class is integers. Integers means this is one type of number system. These are called numbers. So you have learned in 6th class, not only in 6th class, in before classes you have learned about so many number systems, so many numbers. So starting, you know that why we use the numbers, especially we will say that we will use the numbers for counting the objects. When we count the objects, we are using the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. So these numbers are called natural numbers, and natural numbers are denoted by n, and the natural numbers are, we will say that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to infinite. So why we are saying infinite? Because we can't find the last number, we can't say which is the last number in the natural numbers, so that is last infinite. So these are called natural numbers and these are called counting numbers are also. So this is one type of number system. So I will ask some questions about these numbers. So try to answer it. So that are in your textbook only. So which is the smallest natural number? You can say very easily out of these natural numbers, which is the smallest? One. Very good. And next, write five natural numbers between 100 to 1000. You can see this in that page number 1, the top level introduction down. So write five natural numbers between 100 and 10,000. So you know that between 100 and 10,000 there are so many natural numbers. He is asking to you write at least only five. So you can write it 525, 5204 like that. You can write five natural numbers between 100 and 10,000. And the third question is, can you find where is the sequence of the natural number ends? Just now we have discussed that where is the natural number sequence will end? The natural number sequence will start from 1 and it ends at 1000, 1 lakh, 1 crore, 10 crores. No. If you stop at 10 crores, I will say 10 crores 1. If you start at 100 crores, I will say 100 crores 1. So you can't stop the sequence of the natural number. So the natural numbers will be end up to infinite. We will say that it is ending up to infinite. Then the last question, what is the difference between any two consecutive natural numbers? So maybe you'll get a doubt here. What means consecutive? Consecutive means side by side. Everyone must be remember this always. Consecutive. So many times we will see in your classes. So consecutive means side by side numbers. So he is asking the question: what is the difference between the any two consecutive natural numbers? Suppose you can see that this is 3 and 4 are side by side natural numbers. What is the difference between these two? How much is the difference between these two? Yes, 1. It is only 1. So if you take any other, suppose 7 and 8 are the consecutive. Consecutive means side by side. Consecutive natural numbers. What is the difference between these two? 1. So suppose if you take the two natural numbers 100, what is the next consecutive for this? 101. So what is the difference between these two? It is 1. So the difference between the two consecutive natural numbers is always 1. Whatever the numbers you take, the difference is only 1. So these are the questions you can answer in your textbook, which is in the page number 1. Then so by asking, by learning these questions, by answering these questions, you have understood about the natural numbers. So simply once again we will discuss about the natural numbers. Natural numbers are denoted by n, and these are this sequence of the natural number will start from 1 and ends up to infinite. and the sequence will be continued by increasing 1 1 1 1 plus 1 2 2 plus 1 3 plus 1 4 plus 1 5 plus 1 6 plus 1 7 1 1 will be increased and it will be end up to infinite. This is about the natural numbers. Then next, so we know that as usual I said to you why we are using the natural numbers. You said that we will use the natural numbers for counting the objects. So I have said you how many circles are there here I asked you. You will be able to say there are 3 circles here. So you can indicate it, you can denote it that by using the 3. Suppose how many mangoes are there I asked you. Then you can say that, sir, there is only one mango here. So easily we have said. And I have written here some alphabets. So I have asked you how many T's are there here. So you can count the T's. 1, 2, 3, 4, and you will say that there are 4 T's and you denoted these T's with 4, number 4. How many S are there? There is only one S. How many O's are there? You will say 2. How many M's are there? You will say 3. How many X's are there? You will get out. There are no X's here. So then what number you will denote? Will you denote with any number? You will say no are there. No, no one is there, sir. You will say. That is only verbal. No one is a sentence. It's not a number. I want this number. You need to denote with the number. Then we will show that yes, we can show, sir. We have 0 ones, 0 X's. You will say. Or 0 Y's. 0 Y's are there. You will say. So that's why what we are going to need. We need one more number. That is what 0. So these numbers are not enough to count the objects. Sometimes you will find no objects. Then what we have to denote that? What we have to indicate that? Then compulsory we need some other number that is 0. So we have to add the 0 in the numbers. These numbers are not enough and one more number is needed to add that. That is what? 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to infinite. Maybe you'll get doubt. Why do you add the 0 before 1? You know that as usual you hear 3, 1 less 2, 2, 1 less 1. From 1, 1 less 0. That's why compulsory 0 will be left hand side of the 1. And after joining the 0 for the natural numbers, we will say that these all numbers are called as whole numbers. And whole numbers are denoted by W. And these are called whole numbers. And whole numbers are denoted by W. So now whole numbers are from 0 to infinite. Now you can say which is the smallest whole number. The smallest whole number is 0. The smallest natural number is 1. But smallest whole number is 0. So you have learnt some numbers. I have a doubt. Are these numbers are enough to find anything? To observe, to denote to indicate the numbers? Are these are enough? You will say maybe enough. But last year we have discussed that one example. In that example you found that these numbers are not enough. So that example once again I will repeat to you. Remember once I said suppose Sita is there. Sita's father gave her 100 rupees as pocket money to her. Then she used to write how much money is there with her in the notebook. So she have written I have 100 rupees. The next day, when she went to the school, in school somebody sold some items, then she purchased them for 50 rupees. Then what is her position? You can say as usually 50 rupees are spent, that's why how many are left with her? 50 rupees are there. Then next day in the diary she have written, I have 50 rupees. So next day she went to the movie and she purchased the ticket for 40 rupees. Then what is the money she have with her now? Then the next day she used to write in a diary how much money is there with me every day. Then she have written that how much money is there with her. That is, she remembered that I have 10 rupees. She have written in her notebook, that is 10 rupees are there. So after that, next day, she want to purchase the what is that, egg puff. She want to eat the puff, but the puff cost is 20 rupees. Can she purchase with the 10 rupees? No, it is not possible. Then what she have to do? She have to wait for his father's pocket money. He will give after 1 week. Then she want to eat now only. Then what she will do? She has done. You think that she borrowed the money from her mother. Mother, if you give the 10 rupees to me, I will give you tomorrow because I have 10 rupees. If you give the 10 rupees to me, then I will give tomorrow when the father give the pocket money to me. Then she have taken the 10 rupees from her mother, and then with the 20 rupees she purchased the puff and she ate the puff. Then evening, as usual, she was writing in the diary, how much money is there with me? So you will say 0 rupees. She don't have the money. Okay, but is it correct? It is not correct. Why? Because her position, we need to show her position. What is her position? Up to now, she have she has 100 rupees. Second day, she has 50 rupees. Third day, she has 10 rupees. Fourth day position, after taking the 10 rupees from her mother, then we have to write she borrowed. So she borrowed 10 rupees. You have to write like that. So is this both 10 rupees are same? Not same. Why? Because this 10 rupees she has, but this 10 rupees is she borrowed. Okay, next day she wants again to purchase the notebook. She need again 40 rupees. Again, as usual, she went to her mother and she asked for the money. She borrowed the money 40 rupees and she purchased the notebook. Then next day, on that day, when she was writing in the diary, what she have to write? You can write it. She borrowed. She borrowed 40 plus yesterday 10 rupees. Finally, what is her position? She borrowed 50 rupees. But is this 50? Is this 50 both are same? No, these are not same. Why? Because this 50 she has, this 50 she borrowed. So, in as sentences, in English, as sentences you can show this. But I want exactly, completely in mathematics, I want to indicate. I want to denote that. I want to show that exactly in mathematically without any sentence. Then what we will do? We will show. How do you show? We will show here it is 100 and it is 50 and it is 10 and it is 10. It is 50. Are these both tens are same? Are these both 50s are same? No. Then how do you denote? How do you indicate mathematically perfectly without any confuse? Then the mathematicians are introduced some other method. The mathematicians said that when she has the money, use one symbol here and show. And when she borrowed the money, then show the another symbol to show. That is minus. When she borrowed, show with minus. When she has, show with plus. And you say these are positive numbers. These numbers are positive. And you say these both numbers, when you are using minus, you say them as negative. Positive and negative. So from after this example, you can say that these numbers are not enough to indicate the numbers, to show the situations. Compulsory, we need some other type of numbers that are positive numbers and negative numbers. So finally, these numbers are not enough and we want positive numbers and negative numbers. These type of examples we can see in different ways. Suppose we want to find out the what is the distance between the water, that is river water, and the bird which is flying over the river, and I want to find out the distance between the river water and fish which is under the water. Then we will show that this difference we will show by using the positive, and this difference we will show by using the negative. Not only that, some temperatures, when the temperatures are there, we will say that so 100 degrees temperature, 50 degrees temperature, 40 degrees temperature, 20 degrees temperature. But sometimes very cold areas are there. There also temperatures are there. That are 50 degrees less than 0, 20 degrees less than 0. Then how do you show? The above the 0 degrees we will show with the positive, and below the 0 degrees we will show negative. That is minus 20 degrees, minus 50 degrees, above plus 20 degrees, plus 50 degrees. Like that, in these so many situations, we are using the positive numbers and negative numbers. So these positive numbers and negative numbers all together are called integers, and that integers are denoted by z. Integers are denoted by z, and we will write that as integers. Integers are denoted by z, and these integers are 0 and positive numbers like this. Before the 0, negative numbers -1, -2, -3 and so on. These are called integers. So now once I will write the integers on the number line. So you know that number line system. So we will draw the line like this, and some numbers will move like that, and some numbers will move left hand side, right hand side, left hand side. And you see this is the 0 will be in the middle, and positive numbers will be in the right hand side. What are the positive numbers? You will say +1, +2, +3, +4, +5, +6 like that. And it will be continued, not only stop at +6, +7, +8, +9 like that. And before the 0, why it is before the 0? You know that -1, if I say, what means it? -1 is less than 0, that's why left hand side. -2 is less than this all, that's why left hand side. -3 is less than this all, that's why left hand side. -4, -5, -6. It will be continued like that. -7, -8, -9, -10 like that. So like that, positive numbers will forward right side and negative numbers will be forward to left hand side. Why left hand side? Because these are all small numbers than 0. So -1 is less than 0, -2 is less than 0, -3 is less than 0. That's why these are coming backward. So this is a way of writing number system. Number line. When we write the number line of the integers, there are some questions in the page number 1 again. So we will discuss that questions now. The first question is asking to you, which is the biggest integer represented on the above number line? In this number line, which is the biggest integer? You can say very easily, which is the biggest out of these all? Yes, it is +6. Why it is +6? Because you know that right side numbers are bigger, left side numbers are smaller. Maybe you will get doubt, sir, here also 6 is there, here also 6 is there. Only number it is 6, but what is the position? It is +6. And what about this -6? Where is the +6 and where is the -6? Plus is different, minus is different. Plus means, what is the meaning of the plus? I have 6 rupees. What's the meaning of -6? I borrowed 6 rupees. You only can say whose position is better. The better position for +6. Who are having the +6 rupees, that is the better position. Who borrowed the 6 rupees, that is the least position. So that's why which is the biggest number here? +6. And then second question, which is the smallest integer? So out of these all, which is the smallest integer? Maybe you'll confuse and say, sir, 0 is small. No, 0 is small, not small. 0 means what? I have no money, I didn't borrow anything. I have no money, I didn't borrow anything. That is called 0. What about the -1? I borrowed 1 rupee. What about the -2? I borrowed 2 rupees. What about the -3? I borrowed 3 rupees. What about the -4? I borrowed 4 rupees. What about the can say which is the smallest in the term. Which is the smallest? Obviously, we can say the what is the least position. I borrowed 6 rupees is the least position. That's why this is the bigger number and this is the smaller number. Next question. Is 1 bigger than minus 3? He is asking to you. Is 1 bigger than minus 3? What do you say? Yes or no? Yes, we will say it is yes. Why it is yes? Maybe you'll get doubt. Sorry, here it is number 1 and it is very 3. How the 3 is less? How the 1 is? You have to see the position. What is this position? Plus 1. And it is minus 3. What means of the plus 1? I have 1 rupee. What means of minus 3? I borrowed 3 rupees. Then you only can say whose position is better? Who are having the money or who borrowed? Who are having the money, their position is better. That's why plus 1 is bigger than minus 3. So it is smaller and it is bigger. And the next question is minus 6 is bigger than minus 3? He's asking minus 6 is bigger than minus 3. Is it correct? No, it is not correct. Why it is not correct? What means minus 6? I borrowed 6 rupees. What means minus 3? I borrowed 3 rupees. Whose position is better? Who borrowed less money, their position is better. That's why which is better? This is better. So that's why which is bigger here? Minus 3 is bigger and minus 6 is smaller. You see the number line and easily we can say which number looks right hand side bigger, left hand side smaller. Out of minus 6 and minus 3 you see which is left hand side minus 6. That's why it is smaller. Which is right hand side minus 3. That's why this is bigger. So you can understand. And one more, he is asking to you, arrange the numbers in order. Which order? Ascending order. What are the numbers they have given? 4 minus 6, sorry, plus 6, minus 2 and 0 and then minus 5. You have to arrange them in the ascending order. What means ascending order? Smaller to bigger. So easily we can say which is the smaller here. Maybe you say 0. No. Because some negative numbers are there, borrowed are there. 2 rupees borrowed here, 5 rupees borrowed here. Which is the smaller? Whose position is least? 5. This minus position is least because 5 rupees borrowed. Here 2 rupees borrowed. So whose position is very bad here? Minus 5. Not only like that, simply you can say 0 is in middle. And so 0 is in middle and negative numbers left hand side, positive numbers right hand side. So negative numbers means what are the negative numbers? Minus 2, minus 5. Minus 5 is smaller, minus 2, 0 and then after 4 and 6. And this is called as ascending order. Suppose if you want to write the descending order, then what should we do? Reverse, bigger to smaller. Which is bigger? 6 bigger. Next to 4. Next to 0. Next, we will think this R it is minus 5. No, minus 5 is not bigger. We are writing big to small now. Which is bigger in this 2? Minus 2 is bigger. Then after minus 5. Completely reverse. If you write completely reverse, that is called descending order. And like this, if you write, that is called as ascending order. And there is one more last question here. What is the compare the difference between the 0 and 1 and 0 and minus 1 is that. What is the difference between this difference and this difference? What is the difference between 0 and 1? 1 only. What is the difference between the 0 and minus 1? 1 only. The difference between 0 and 1 is also 1. The difference between 0 and minus 1 also is 1. But what is the small difference in between them? In these two, 0 is smaller. But in this two, 0 is bigger. Is it or not? In this two, 0 is smaller. But in this two, 0 is bigger. That is only the difference between these both differences. Okay? So then after, we will do the exercise 1. I will explain how to do the exercise 1. Then you need to do it. So see that I think you understood all these topics. Wherever you have the doubt, means wherever you can't understand, once repeat it and listen, you can understand well. If you want to write anything on the board, what is on the board. If you want to write in your notebook, if you want to note down, just hold the video and write in your notebook. And if you want to repeat it again, just go forward and backward and you listen. You can try, you can understand them. Then exercise 1.1. So you can see that they have given the number line and he is asking to write the biggest one and smallest one. The rounded, two numbers are rounded in that which is biggest and which is smallest. You know, obviously the number which is in the right side is biggest, the number which is in the left hand side is smallest. The next, the second one, write the integers between the pairs of the integers here. They have given some numbers here. Between them, what are the numbers are there? You have to write. Suppose, example, so they have given here it is -5 and -10. What are the numbers are there in between the -5 and -10? Easily we can say that -5, -6, -7, -8, -9, -10. He is asking between. That's why these two numbers I have removed and I have written the numbers -6, -7, -8 and -9 are between the -5 and -10. And he is asked to you which is the smallest in that and which is the biggest in that also. There are two questions in that. Which is the smallest and which is the biggest? Which is the smallest in that? Maybe so many who have confusion, they will say the smallest is -6. No. We know that so many times we are discussing now. What means -6? 6 rupees borrowed. What means -9? 9 rupees borrowed. Whose position is better? 6 rupees for borrowed position is better because he borrowed less money, but he borrowed more money. So whose position is better? Who borrowed less money? That's why what is this? -6 is the bigger. And which is the smallest here? -9 is the smallest. So like that, you can answer them. Once remember the number line in your brain, then you can write the numbers which are in between them, and then just by comparison, you can say that which is the smallest and which is the biggest. Then third one already we have done that. How to write the ascending order? 0 in middle, negative numbers backward, positive numbers rightward is called ascending order. Completely reverse if you take that are in descending order. So you can do the third bit and fourth bit. And then fifth bit, draw the number line and show these numbers. Means represent these numbers on the number line. You know, as usual you say 0 in middle, negative numbers left hand side, positive numbers right hand side. And sixth one, you see that here some numbers are missed in the number line. You can write these numbers clearly. Where the number, which number will come. And seventh one, you see that the temperatures in degrees Celsius and centigrade of 5 cities have given here. You see this here. Kasauli temperature is -10 degrees and Nainital temperature is -5 degrees and Ooty temperature is 15 degrees and Bangalore temperature is 20 degrees. Here is given 15 means it is plus 15. 20 nothing is there, that's why it is plus 20. If minus symbol is there, compulsory they have shown. If positive nothing given means what means it is not negative, it is the positive. And they have some questions here, you can answer that. And these are homework. I will send the homework sheet also. See that homework sheet and complete the homework and send through the WhatsApp. I will check it and I will give the next day. I will send the answer sheet also. Check it your answers, correct your answers, and whenever I have the online interact class, then I will discuss with you about the doubts and I will say what are the mistakes you have done in the homework class. Okay, I think you have understood. So repeat it 2-3 times and you try to understand that. If you understand one time, okay. If you don't understand, try to go for second time also. And then when the interactive classes are there, you can ask the doubts to me and you can clear from. Okay. So thank you. Have a nice day. Bye.